Howdy, it's Dr. Alejandro.
And I'm Dr. Emily.
And as many of you know, we have 4 clinics on our first 3 years in practice.
If you're ready to level up your business, find us at paththovictorychiro.com to get on the path to victory.
Our systems are so proven that we want to test them right now. So we've been having staff from 2 different locations come to our clinic and they train for a week and they go back to their respective clinic and their clinics perform even better. Okay. And all this is happening. The staff is at the clinic training with our staff. And at this, we're just talking with the chiropractor on their clinic because we want to know what they're like struggling with the staff, like what do they want to improve with the staff and the why of it. Okay. That way we can help them, train them, and that way they go straight to their office on Monday and they're a different human being without the doctor sacrificing that time and his lunch time to train them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to keep putting our training into the universe out there. And I was talking to our partner and he mentioned, hey, let's open a gap because a lot of people have been asking him. We're going to open a gap for 2 different offices to bring their CAs to our office from a Monday to a Friday. They're going to fully train. Obviously, they need to qualify. We need to talk to the doctor, make sure to know what they need, and make sure we're a good fit for each other. Because that way the doctor can work on himself or herself that week that the staff is not there, while we're working with the staff. And whenever they get back to their clinic on Monday, it's a whole different staff. And the office, we guarantee that it's going to grow.
Okay, I have 2 questions I want to follow up with you to ask. The first question is, what if somebody's like, I don't have staff, but maybe are thinking about hiring in the future, or they don't actually know if they should hire right now? What would you tell those docs?
Yeah, if you're not ready to have a staff, then you're not ready. Because if you're seeing 20 patients a day, you probably don't need a staff.
Sure.
So keep your overhead low, to be honest with you. I think you should get a staff whenever you're on the 100 to 150,000. Now, if you're looking to hire staff on the future and you're not there yet, then you need to prepare a system for when the staff shows up, they know exactly what they need to do. So you need to create a game plan right now in order for, if you're planning on having a staff eventually, that way you already have the game plan for whenever they show up.
So when we were first opening, I did a lot of staff training because I knew I would be the person training our staff. Would it be beneficial for a doctor who might be training or pouring more into the staff? Would it be beneficial for them to have the staff training as a doctor?
As a doctor, no.
No?
No, not at all. I don't recommend that because that's energy that you're pouring into them, that you could be pouring it into yourself or into your clinic in a different way.
Going out,
so if
getting
you have
your
an
patients.
opportunity of someone else doing that for you, 100%. Because when we were starting, I would give whatever it takes to give that, to send our staff Monday to Friday and they train, then they come back as a different human being rather than wasting our lunchtime and at 6 p.m. training them.
Yeah. All of the late nights that we spent were training staff and really nothing else. How can somebody find a weakness in their staff? How do people know my staff isn't good at this?
So it depends. There's a lot of different ways. If they answer the phone, however you didn't train them, that's a obvious common sense factor there. And then the other ways that you can see it, if you're not present, seeing them, how they answer the phone or how they present a care plan and all that is basically based on stats.
Right. So you could kind of nitpick somebody's stats and you could tell from there, like, oh, I know exactly what's going on with your
Correct.
staff.
And that's how I know if we're a good fit or no. I need to see the doctor's staff stats. Because if they don't have stats, it's not going to work because they're not going to see the improvement.
Right. If you're not tracking things, how can you improve? Perfect.
Go to our website, Path to Victory Chiro. Leave us a message there on the email that you can send to see why is your staff a good fit and what do you need to get out of your staff in order for your office to grow. Because if your staff is not doing what it's supposed to, basically our office is run by the staff. I just adjust patients, tell them what they need and what they don't need. All the other things, the staff is doing it. So 97% of the clinic is run by the staff. So if your staff is not doing a good job, obviously your clinic is not going to do great. So we're giving you the opportunity once in a lifetime. Basically, we're taking 2 clinics to come to our main clinic and train your staff Monday to Friday. That way, whenever they get back to your clinic, they're a whole different human being and the clinic is going to grow. So paththovictorychiro.com. You could shoot us an email there or in social media. You can message us and see if we're a good fit.